For the thumbnail, Shrek happens. I love this shirt. I found it at Five Below and like I resonated so hard because like Shrek happens. Alright guys, so we're going to be talking about my worst hookup story. Phil, this does not belong to you. And eating some new Taco Bell items that I've never had before. So let's start with the important part, the Taco Bell. And what did I get? I got these fun little churro. Oh my god, that is so good. Wow. I'm kind of choking on it. I got some chicken nuggies. Who knew that they had chicken nuggies at Taco Bell? I got a grilled cheese burrito. Dr. Phil's very interested in this situation I've got going on over here. I'm like literally on the toilet, but I realize I keep saying Dr. Phil, and you guys probably think I'm just like infatuated with like Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is my dog. It's my golden retriever. I'm gonna insert a picture of Dr. Phil if you didn't get to see him in the last video.
Homie, stop. Phil? No, Phil. I want to go to bed.
And then I've got a quesadilla because they are my favorite. So let's start with the tea. I decided that I was gonna have a fun time. I'm young. We're beautiful. Let's have a hookup. Guys, I'm not usually the one to have a hookup. I should throw that out there. However, I was feeling crazy. I was feeling hip. I wanted to have a hookup. So where do I find this hookup? As you guys know from my last video, Tinder. Because I didn't learn my lesson with the hydrophobic NAZI that wanted me to... Yeah, watch the last video if you need to be caught up on that one. So let's name this guy Brian. Brian, I like that. So Brian and I are texting. All things are going well. We decide that we're gonna hang out. Oh my god. Phil, mind your business. Mind your business. This is amazing. There's like a cream filling. Oh my god. So we texted and FaceTimed like every night for like a week. And everything was going good. He like worked some blue collar job and I was like, oh, that's so hot. And he was super funny. I just remember giggling all night long on FaceTime. And so we finally make some plans to hang out. So essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get some food, we're gonna go back to his house, and I'm gonna stay the night. Mind you, his house was an hour away from me. Yeah. So the night finally comes and we're gonna do our big one. And I was under the impression that we're gonna be friends, that this is gonna like happen and we're gonna stay friends. Let's throw that out there. So the night comes that we're gonna hang out and we're going back and forth about, hey, do you want to get food? Do you not want to get food? Do you want to just come over? Blah, 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 blah. To the point that I finally am like, okay, I'm just gonna eat before because I don't know if we're getting food or not and I can't be starving all night. As y'all can see, I'm not the girl that's not gonna eat. From there, I decided I'm gonna get some food. I got food before I went over to his house. And then I finally get to his house. I was so nervy. I'd hung out with my girls before then and I was telling them about how nervy I was and that I was meeting this guy for the first time and how great our vibes are and how I think that this is gonna be a really fun night. So I get to his house and immediately the vibes are off. You know it's bad when the vibes are off from the minute that you walk through the door. I can't get over these. Look at that. Everything makes me think of her. Before we continue, I'm gonna try this grilled cheese burrito. Look at this. What is this? This is like... This looks amazing. Is this like... That's the chipotle sauce. I thought it came with cheese. Am I sitting on the cheese? Whatever. We'll use the chipotle sauce. What the hell? This shit is crazy. I'm just gonna kind of like give her a little drizzle. This shouldn't be legal. Yeah. No, that should not be legal. Ooh, kind of spicy though. That's kind of spicy though. So I walk into his house to say hi and he's like super tall and like super hot. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, I really want to go get some food. I was like, okay, well, I kind of already ate before I got here. Just because like we couldn't make up a plan, but if you want to go get food, fine. And his vibe was like, I'm definitely going to get food. I was like, okay, fine. At first I just kind of like chalked it up to like, he's a real hangry boy. And like, same girl, I can be a real hangry boy too. So we get in his truck and I'm still just like in awe. I'm like, oh my god, he's so hot. And look at his truck. He's got a truck. Big blue collar boy. I'm loving every bit of this, even though he's kind of hangry right now. So we hop in the truck and he like turns on some music. And it was just some like EDM, like boots kits, boots kits, boots kits. And I'm like, okay. Not really my vibe, but like boots kits, boots kits, boots kits. So he wants to get Chipotle. And we get Chipotle. And we're standing in the line and like my hair is stuck in a Taco Bell bag. So we're standing in the line and it's really quiet and kind of awkward. And he like does double check, like, do you want anything? And I was like, nah, homie, it's good. And I also didn't want to have like Chipotle farts, you know? Like it was all good, like good. So he gets his food and we come back to the house. I promise guys, this gets real weird real fast. Real fast. And we like sit in his bed. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna put on a show. And I was like, okay, put on a show. He's like, okay, do you want to pick? And I said, no, like, I'm good. Put on whatever you want. Because, like, in my head, I'm like, we're not going to be watching the show for very long. He puts on the weirdest show possible. I don't even remember what it was, but I was just like, what the fuck are we watching? Especially because, like, again, in my head, we're like, this is going to be, like, a hot and heavy hangout. And you're putting on some, like, weird stuff. Whatever. Here's where things start to go bad. I go to lay in like his bed and he starts immediately saying like, I need a shower. I want a shower. And I was like, okay, homegirl, like take a shower. And he was like, you should come with me. And I'm like, oh, come with you? Shower? Like you and me? Okay. At that point we are in said shower. And before I know it, he is peeing on my foot. And I kind of turned around like, hey man, like, what's up? You're like peeing on my foot. And he was like, nah girl, I'm just marking my territory. We're gonna take another bite of the grilled cheese burrito to that. He was just marking his territory. Let me try one of these cheeky nuggets really quick. They look kind of burnt. They look kind of burnt. Oh, those are so mid. Those are so mid. I probably will not eat another one of those in the box. However, this grilled cheese burrito, I just know that the toilet is going to be my best friend tomorrow. So after this man tinkles on my foot to mark his territory, he then picks up a razor. And I'm like, what doing with the razor? What doing with the razor? And he was like, hey girl, would you mind shaving my pits a little bit? And I was like, shave like your pits. Mind you, nothing hot and spicy has happened yet. I've just been peed on and he just asked me to shave his pits. Like we established in the last video, I'm a pushover, so I gave him a little shavy shave. I did. I shaved his pits. And at that point, I'm just so totally like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I want to go home. But again, he's so hot and he's so tall and I like the truck. So I'm really gonna try. I'm gonna try everything I can to feel this out. As I eat my thousands of calories, I'm gonna top it off with a Diet Pepsi. Cause that makes me skinty. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see my waist after this video. Like I've said, nothing hot, spicy, fun, or funky has gone on at this point. And he's now got freshly baby shaved armpits and has released his bladder. Okay. Cool. Great. Fine. So now we're gonna go back to his bedroom and we continue to watch the very strange show that he put on. I can't remember what show it was. I would love to remember, but I think it was like a comedy that just like wasn't comedic. It was really dumb. I then go to lay in his bed, you know, I put my clothing on. He goes to lay in his bed and he's giving me this like really funny and kind of angry look. And I'm like, hey, like, is everything like okay. Oh, excuse me. And he was like, yeah, you're just kind of a bed hog. What did you just say to me? What did you just say to me? I just shaved your fuzzy peach fuzz pits and got tinkled on. And now you have the audacity to call me a bed hog and be mad at me because I'm hogging your bed? After calling me a bed hog, I forget the exact verbiage, but he hinted that I was fat. And I was like, oh! Okay. I'm like over here trying to like recognize, like, did that actually just get said to me? I've like never been in a situation where someone is allegedly wanting to like get with me and just call me fat. I am in fact not on a shitter anymore, but I just remembered what was said. Oh my god. I made a joke to try and like get out of the situation, him not continue to disrespect me, and I forgot exactly what I said, but the verbiage he used was, well, you're not small. That's it, that's all. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I got kind of annoyed at that point. I'm like, yo, this is not what I envisioned. Like, this has been actually the complete opposite of what I envisioned. So I kind of got quiet. I was just like, yo, like, what the hell? What is going on here? My quesadilla is stuck in here. What is this? There's gonna be paper on it. I'm gonna have to like rip it open. Oh, it's ripping my quesadilla away. This is disappointing. Taco Bell, I am so mad at you. I'm disappointed. I shouldn't have to rip my quesadilla open like it's a present to eat it. Okay, Taco Bell, I forgive you. I forgive you. The vibes were just so off from before and him being so rude to me. So after he called me a bed hog, I almost left, but I didn't want to feel rude, so I stayed. So after he calls me a bed hog and makes me feel like absolute crap for taking up his whole bed. Mind you, I'm laying on the corner of the bed. We lay there in silence for a bit, and before even making any advances, he starts like hyping himself up. Like he's the best to do it out here. You know you want it, girl. No advances to be made. However, it's just letting me know, like, he's got that fang on him. He's the best. He's the hottest. All of these things, like, he is so cocky. And I'm just kind of, like, listening, like, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Like, come on. Come on. But instead, he just continues to sit there and talk about himself. Like, nonstop. It's giving we're compensating for something. It's giving we're compensating for something, if you want me to be very honest. We then sit there in silence again, watching the very not fun show. Until he finally makes an advance. We're not gonna talk about the rest of that situation. Mid as fuck. What? Who said that? Who said that? We were definitely compensating. What? What? Universe, you're so crazy. How dare you? How dare you put his business out there like that? Sorry, Brian. And I wake up the next morning and neither of us are talking to each other. We are acting like we hate each other the next morning. I like stay for like a minute and then he had a tank of tropical fish that he was very excited to tell me about. That's the only thing he wanted to talk to me about was these tropical fish that were in this tank. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Love your tropical fish. I'm gonna go. So I grab my stuff and I leave because again, we maybe exchanged 15 words that morning about the tropical fish. I just didn't text him again. Usually I'm one to like text and be like, hey, thanks for having me come over, whatever, but like your vibes were just so angry towards me. They were so angry from the minute I got there. I shaved your pits and everything else. So I just didn't text back. And before I know it, I'm getting a paragraph text. A full paragraph text where essentially he lets me know, so you ghosted me. Because we didn't text for like a day or two. And then it was, you ghosted me. How dare you ghost me? I thought that we were going to be a long-term relationship. I really liked you. I poured my whole heart and soul into you. But honestly, based off of the things that you've told me about yourself anyway, mind you, I just told him like a little bit of like past trauma. It's what you do in like new relationships, whatever. I overshare anyway. He's like, I don't think I can deal with that anyway. So I just wanted you to know that I'm not going to talk to you. And I was like, okay. I already ghosted you. Like, what the hell? He was so booty hurt. And mind you, like I said, this was like a quickie. Like, this was like a, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna be friends after. Cool. Party hardy. Then he comes at me with this was gonna be a forever. You were my person. What did you do? I thought we had a great time. What part? What part? That you had somebody able to like shave you up? When you peed on my foot? When you called me a bed hog or got angry at me because I asked where we were going to get food? What part did we have a great time? Is the great time in the room with us? Like, what the hell? Out of everything I tried, grilled cheese burrito. So yeah, that's what happened. I shaved this man's armpits, got tinkled onto marked territory. Definitely, in fact, called a bed hog, and received a whole load of attitude. Heard a small speech about tropical fish, and went home. And then, because I ghosted him, he wanted to let me know he was ghosting me 2 days later. My life is a joke. I really wish these weren't so disappointing because I was so excited. Let's try them again. Let's try them again with the chipotle sauce. Yeah, no. Those are just sad. Very sad. Thank you guys so much for listening to my ramble. My next video, I am probably gonna tell another crazy story of when I went to LA. And this one won't be about boys. Oh no, it won't. LA was insane. I've got footage. I went with my mom and it was crazy to say the least. I'm between doing that or doing the time I got scammed for $1,000 in a monkey. We'll see. Thank you guys for listening. I love you so much. Just remember, Shrek happens, and you have a good rest of your night.